And she went through my family history, and I told her that I had several uncles that were had prostate cancer. So she said, "Okay, well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to check." And my general doctor said, "Hey, I'm going to send you to a specialist, urologist." And that's when he says, "Yeah, Rick, it's there. You got some cancer." I felt I wasn't like devastated, but I knew that it was something I didn't want. I didn't know what to do. I was kind of unsure of like, what's the next stage? What should I do?
When you say I knew it was something I didn't want,
I didn't want to go through what I heard what other people went through when they got the prostate cancer. It was something that I didn't. I guess didn't want to go through the procedures that I heard other people had to go through. For one thing, um, the the uh, the process of being continent, um, wearing diapers for periods of time, losing control of your bladder, um, and as men, um, losing your manhood, that fear of not being able to perform sexually. To be honest with you, definitely didn't want to lose that. So that was my main concern.
The blood test came back bad, indicating that something was wrong. And every year the VA gives me twice a year to give you a blood test, and I go to a specialist once a year. I've known several guys, more than several, that died from prostate cancer.
really?
They died not because they couldn't get the medical, they didn't get the medical, or get there in time, and they had a certain strain.
Was that because of them? They just didn't do it?
Just didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
No question about that. You had the opportunity, you had the insurance, you had the opportunity, and it just didn't.
Why do you think some people choose not to?
Some people decided easy to do nothing.
Why?
Because that's easy. That's the nature, the culture.
Well, going back to the very beginning of our situation, when his PSA test was high, he had all the other tests done, and then they determined that he did have it. And then his urologist sat us down together and talked with us about what the results might be if he didn't do X, Y, and Z, and how it might impact our sex life. And asked me what I thought, and I said, I want him to be alive. I don't care. Just make him, whatever you do, make him still be alive. And so when you get to that point and go through the whole process, prostate cancer is the kind of cancer you can survive. Similar to breast cancer. They're the best cancers to have because you can survive them if they're detected early enough. But if you wait too long and then you get to the point where you can't treat it, you can't take it out, then that's when it's bad. So being a caretaker is not a problem. If you're with a companion that you care about, you want to take care of them.
Oh, I consider myself blessed. I'm more than lucky. I consider myself blessed. I think that for me, I'm 65 years of age. I remember my grandparents. I remember them not having. the type of resources that we have now, forgive me, and I often think about my kids, my grandkids, and making sure that I be very boisterous about this so that they will be willing to seek out as well as share what's going on with them and advocate for better for a better system. I think a lot of times we are our own worst enemy because we allow our prejudice to keep us from seeking out the information that we need. And we don't get involved with testing. We don't get involved with research. And the research get done, but is it being done for a particular culture, for a particular group? You know, we can generalize medicine. However, we're not all exactly the same and built the same, and we have different eating habits and different health issues, and we need to be able to make sure that we get the proper information for our particular situation.
Diet is important. You know, you can no longer continue to eat things that feed cancer. I still eat, chicken and fish, even to this day, but you definitely have to do it in moderation and maybe how you prepare it, right? So instead of frying, which, increases the level of carcinogenesis in the meat and barbecue, you have to, do things differently, air fry or boil, but simply eat a lot less, period. Mm-hmm. And if you can cut out white sugar and flours, I have drastically do that. I try not to eat a lot of sugar, but I still like lemonade, for example. But I can't do it nowhere near like I used to in the past. Now dairy is, with the exception of every now and then some ice cream, and mainly I don't eat ice cream. I do sherbet, right? Dairy, done. Right. Mm-hmm. Now I will put some butter on popcorn, but I have my monitor who tells me, stays in my ear.
And your monitor?
It's Karen.
Your wife?
Right, my wife.
She's your monitor.
Yeah, she keeps, and by the mere fact that she eats a lot healthier, it helps me eat healthy because she doesn't eat meat.
We don't often see our husbands that vulnerable. And so that requires a lot of patience and understanding. I would also stress, doctors don't know everything. They have an arsenal of treatments, drugs, surgeries, etc., etc. But there is so much research coming out today that says, maybe this is something you might want to consider. Lifestyle medicine is exploding. And so I would strongly encourage people to explore how lifestyle medicine might impact anything from prostate cancer to heart disease to diabetes. I'm a big, huge proponent of that. Do you exercise? Do you manage stress? Do you sleep at night? Do you have love in your life? Do you pay attention to your diet? All those things. There are a ton of books on the market right now that discuss all of these things. So they're even saying that there are connections between some of the diseases like diabetes and prostate cancer and heart disease, they have sort of like a connection. And so people are looking at that. And so, of course, with Drake, I have strongly urged him to give up meat. But, of course, everybody's not at that place in their journey. And also to pay attention more to his diet. And I have tried to help with that a lot. So I don't fry chicken. I don't prepare certain things. So he visits Popeyes for his treat, but he's not going to get it at home.